Hey guitar students, this is a tutorial on how to tune guitars. We're going to be having some guitar drills in class to see how quickly you can tune a guitar with and without a tuner. So your best tuner is going to be your ear. I want you to start to practice using that. And so I want to show you how to tune a guitar if it's just you and the guitar. And so the first trick is to move up here on the low strings. We're going to start there. And you need to start off with the E string. Now, this E string, when you get your guitar, might be a little bit flat or sharp, okay? When I say flat, what I mean is it's moved down too far from its register where it should be. It's too low. Think of like a flat tire. It's like a little bit low, you know, as opposed to being too sharp. You think of something really sharp, like, you know, cringe, it's a little bit screechy, a little bit loud. That means it's gone past where it needs to be. It's too high. The note is too high. So basically, with this E string, what I've done is I've made sure that this is actually in tune. So I've started off with something that's actually in tune. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tune the rest of the strings to this string, because this string is already in tune. If you don't have this string in tune, the rest of these strings are going to be completely off. So that's the only thing bad about this method. You have to tune the E string first, or you have to have another string that's tuned up. If you don't, then you're going to have to tune it to be a piano or to another guitar player to get it right without a tuner. So the next step would be to do this. Okay, so let's say this one's in tune. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move up to the 5th fret. These are called frets. Okay, and for all practical purposes, we're going to basically, when I say 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, what I mean is that space in between that you need to press down. So one of the first things you need to be able to do is to press down, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to play these two strings together, the top two strings, the E string and the A string. And you can hear how the A string is not matched up with the E string. Okay, so the A string is actually flat. You can hear it's a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this up. And the way that I do that is over here. I've got my tuning pegs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I don't do this one, because the one closest to me is the E string. The A string is right here. And this is kind of hard for you to see. But basically, if you have questions, you know, look at the tuning peg and see it, watch it, you know, kind of see which string that is up there and make sure that you have that lined up. And you don't want to get the E string off, because then we're all messed up. But I want to go ahead and do this, hold that while I take my other hand and try to tune it up. See how it sounds good now? Okay, it's flat and sharp. That sounds pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing on the 5th fret with the next two notes. So I'm going to take the A string and match up the D string. You can hear the D string is a little bit low. It was flat, but now it's sharpening up. It seems to be in tune. You can hear that same sound. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this next string. Now this next string sounds like it's in tune already. I'm still on the 5th fret. Now here's the trick. Okay, when I get down to the G string, that's the one that I've got to move down to the 4th fret. Technically, this can never get in tune, which is kind of odd for a musical instrument, but we're going to get as close as we can. So this little one right here is the B string. You can hear that one's flat, so I'm going to go ahead and move this one up. Still a little flat. This is a tough one. Now this might not be perfect. The next thing I want to do is probably get a tuner. And I'm going to use this, what's called a snark here, and I'm going to try to actually tune the guitar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this right at the top up here, and I'm going to try to get this in tune. So I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like a little bit here. So we're going to see if we can get, this is my E. It looks like that one's actually in tune there. You can see it right in the middle register. It's a little bit sharp. And then the next one is going to my A. Let's see how close I got. I got pretty close. A little bit flat. You can see how it's moving down there just a little bit. These registers over here tell me that basically the red will be sharp on this one and the green will be flat. I want to get right in the middle with the blue. That looks pretty good. I'll bet the B string's off though. Let's listen to that one. Yeah, a little bit off. Pretty close. I'm gonna have to look at it here because I can see that I can't do it quite here. Oh yeah, that's way off. Okay, there we go. That's how you tune a guitar. Basically, yeah, use that 5th fret and the 4th fret on the G string, or get a tuner. And we're gonna do a lot of practice of that in class. You gotta have your guitar in tune at the beginning of class. Keep practicing getting those things just tuned up.